Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hope you're doing well. So, this horrible person, Natalie Pershaw, who's a man, cross dressing as a woman, went into a female restroom in his work and was secretly taking pictures of women in the bathroom and uploading them to the internet. And this has become very common now. I'm starting to see more and more trends of men getting caught doing this. This is why I made a post not too long ago about how parents should go with their children into the bathroom in order to protect them from predators. Because as we women have our spaces violated and invaded by men who are porn addicts, fetishize us, who are deranged, we are not going to be as safe. So when we go in with our children or we're pregnant, we have perverted creatures lurking to utilize us as content. And so having a serious conversation with your children about being aware of their surroundings, making sure they lock the door properly, and unfortunately, some restrooms sneakily have a gap. I've noticed this more and more now. Maybe you have too. Where the bathroom stalls, there's a gap, and people can literally make eye contact you while you're on the toilet. And so, having a jacket to at least hang down a little bit ways. I would even argue, this may sound extreme, but if you are in a place where you know the bathroom's like that, have some little piece of tape and paper. It may sound odd, but we have to do what we must in order to protect ourselves from perverts, from degenerates, from evil people. And one tactic I saw in another video, separate from the one I'm sharing with you in the screenshot, a guy had his phone on the floor between his feet with the camera facing towards the feet of the woman, so he wanted to capture the sound. And there's lots of people as well on airlines. One of the employees actually taped a camera by where you lift the lid up, and he was filming women as well. There's just so many instances now. And there was another one where stepdad installed a camera into the shower head to film his minor stepdaughter. And more now, you see men, whether they're straight or cross-dressers, are focusing on the bathroom, which shows you how perverted they are. And you should make dua to Allah. There's bathroom duas for you to make when you go into the bathroom and you're in a confined space in the bathroom. Okay, something to think about. There was a case that Steven Crowder, I do not like him, but he shared a news story where a girl was assaulted sexually by a boy in a skirt in the bathroom. He reported on it, and YouTube striked the video. And you see more and more now how liberals will punish you if you talk about the risks women face in their spaces. And so it's important for you to do the heavy work and have these conversations with your sons and with your daughters, okay? And if you have even an elderly grandma, not even they are spared. People should be strong with their families. Tight-knit is what we have to be now. Because we're just allowing social decorum to change into what the liberal progressive atheists find suitable. And that's quite terrifying. Your daughters will be in public school. The more liberals there are, the more you will have to deal with boys being in your child's locker room. You're going to have to advocate for your children. And this may make you the black sheep of your community if you're surrounded by filthy liberals. But you have a right as a woman and as a mother to demand that no man is allowed access into your space, because even though they're wearing a dress and lipstick, they're still physically stronger. And so keep an eye out on these news stories, and they're important. Social media, because it's run by mostly liberal atheists, they want to hide the consequences of their philosophy, of their ideology. But it's important for us to recognize the dangers that men pose in bathrooms. If a little while ago I shared, this was a community post where a young black girl was going into the park bathroom. Her dad went like, hey, you went to check? There was a guy hiding in there, and then he suddenly popped out and acted like he had to dry his hands, and he acted super suspicious. And the father was explaining, why dads have to check in the bathrooms before their daughters even go in, and to look under and be there, be present, because creepy dudes want to be in there. So this obsession with poop and urination and filth, it just kind of shows you that sort of hedonistic, demonic society that is blooming in America, and we have to do our best to navigate that maze that we are finding ourselves encountering. So make dua when you go in the bathroom, when you leave it, in with the left, out with the right foot, and be aware. Okay? When you're on the toilet, look up, look down, focus. I know you do this already, right? But just be careful, and do not be afraid to report someone if you catch them. It's very important. And hopefully we can get all males out of our locker rooms, out of our bathrooms, but it's going to be a battle when we have feminists, a faction of feminists, that is, pushing for this. And that is quite terrifying. And fathers should accompany their sons into the restroom, especially if we get these people out of our bathrooms. Well, now your son is around that, and pretty much no matter what, children need to be accompanied to the bathroom as best they can, and to know how to scream if anything goes wrong, and for you to be able to run in there, and for them not to be afraid to scream for you, no matter what. Have a good Ramadan, be aware, make dua, and if you live in a country, in a city where you can pass laws to ban males from female restrooms, advocate for that. Advocate for it. It's dangerous when you work in the corporate environment, because the corporations, they are violating female spaces as well in order to get their diversity, equity, and inclusion propaganda in. But I would not want to use the restroom in a space where it allows those kind of people in. The restroom is already creepy enough. Doesn't need to be made more creepy. Let me know what you think. Take care, and if you'd like to join my blog and support the channel and help me fundraise to get a book holder, really nice wood one, and a wooden panel for a background, that'd be great. And you can do so via the blog, www.subscribestar.com/Milahan. Hope to see you there.